Okay, hello. I think I have everything set up here. A few minutes late, but I've had a very productive day, so hopefully that will continue forward into the next few minutes here. Or next hour, I guess, rather. So in the last part, we managed to get a randomized dungeon mostly working, but there are a few little bugs. So let's start this part by playing our game again, or what there is of our game. I can't stress enough how important this is. Just play through... Ooh, statue first. Play through your game. Treasure. Wait a minute. Yes, that was one of the bugs. Oh right, we're 5 across, so we were at the 3. Okay. I can bring up my guide here. So we spawned in either 9 or 14. Oh right, mouse control. I should just disable that. Is there an easy way to do that? Room ID out of bounds, that means, yeah, okay. So we've gone from 9 up down to 6 and then up to 1. So that room ID out of bounds is one of the bugs that we have to fix. The other one is the fact that as long as we avoid going into a room that we've previously been in, we'll be okay. But, for example, let's see if I can recreate the bug here. Right, so to recreate the bug, I think being able to recreate the bug is... Oh, we just had it there. Yeah. We came from a room that had a wall, and it created the same wall here. So that's the second bug. We have that out of bounds bug, and then we have this bug. Those are the two things that we're going to be trying to sort out here. All right. So first, I want to look at the out of bounds bug, mostly because I think it'll be really easy, relatively simple. And also, because the other one I'm actually going to be not fixing. I'm going to be revamping that entire system. I have a new idea, a better idea for how to do that. Okay. So the exact text I'm getting is room ID out of bounds, which means we are going off of the array. That's good. We're supposed to get this message when we go off the array. The problem is that we're going off of the array faster than it should be. And I suspect this is a 0 to 19 versus 1 to 20 matchup issue. So are we doing room ID out of bounds? Determine. So because we know we haven't had any issues at all. Okay, we haven't had any issues at all with going down or right. But we have had issues going left and up. So let's change, whoops, let's, right, different program. Doing some drawed script and double clicking works better than that, so, for changing. So we'll change it to 20 instead of 21. And then we'll go down and we'll see if we get an out of bounds thing. See if that's the issue. So I'm trying to actually create a bug at the moment. And if this causes an issue... Okay, so next screen, out of bounds? No. Maybe it'll only cause an issue... Yeah, I know, there's a bug there. Maybe it'll only cause an issue for room 20 approached from the south. Well, we'll give that a go. No? Okay. Okay, the next thing to try. So this was supposed to be 21. This is what we had there. I don't know if that's correct or not, but the thing that I can do is I can take this text, room ID out of bounds, array index equals, and then what is it? Backslash variable. Backslash v in brackets, square brackets. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, backslash variable, and this is 4? Is that right? Yep. Okay. Copy, paste. We'll just add some extra text here. Cancel. Yes, actually, we're gonna. I think that's the first time I might have ever used the cancel option. Okay, so we have to change this to 21. So no, what I want to do, room ID out of bounds, right. I want this text, array index equals backslash v square bracket 4. I want that text to be run regardless of whether or not we are out of bounds, so that I can track easily what's happening. So we're going to put it inconsistently, I suppose. I should have put it right above the if statement in all of them. But anyway, I'm just going to be deleting those anyway, so let's just see what happens. All right, if we go north, array index equals -4. That's not good. Room ID out of bounds. Okay, yeah, that should be out of bounds. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah. No? -4. I thought we were in position 1. Okay, well, we did just find another bug. And that bug is that if our stairs spawn in the outer ring, it doesn't spawn with an obstacle immediately. Because this was in position 2. Okay. So what is going on here? 2, array index equals 1. Array index equals 6. Right, it's going up by 5. Array index equals 11. But aren't we in room 17? Okay, array index equals 16. Array index equals 15. What? 16. Apparently I have no idea what this array index variable is even doing. Okay, subtract 4. Subtract 5. Subtracting 5 each time. Okay, so that's good. Oh. Okay, I think I might have actually just found the bug. Yeah. It's going to be here, right? Yeah, because we're calling array index destination map ID. Okay, let's see. What is that doing for us? Destination map ID, initialize variable. Array index equals 0. Okay. Then we find our current index of the array, but array index is off by 1 because it starts at 0. Okay, so it is off by 1. Then when we try to leave the room, we subtract 5, we add 5. Oh wait, never mind. We subtract 1 if we go left, we add 1 if we go right. No, okay, never mind. That's all right. The idea of the destination room, yes, because these rooms are offset by 3. That's why that's there. Okay. No, so these values are all right. But the problem is... room ID out of bounds should only apply when we're trying... Okay, going north. This should only apply when we are in the top row trying to leave the top row. But we get it when you go north and left, right? And debugging is everybody's favorite part of programming. So let's go north. Array index equals 8. Okay. Array index equals 8. That means that we are in room 7, right? So if I go up again, we should be in 2. And if I go left, this should be a corner. Right, array index equals 3. Why did it add? Okay, new theory. I mixed up left and right. When we're facing left. Subtract 1. No, that's right. Facing right, we add 1. Okay, well now I'm just going to test because I didn't get an out of bounds going north, did I? Yeah, I don't get an out of bounds going north. It's only going left. Okay. Right, and then leaving. Also, yeah, the other issue I'm having here, which just occurred to me and is pretty obvious, is that I'm showing what the variable is before I'm modifying the variable, except for when I'm going up, which is really bad. Like that's unbelievably bad that I was doing that. I even commented on it, and then I was just like, it'll be fine. No, it's not fine. We need this to be consistent. Okay, so now now I'm suspecting it's the counterpart that's actually wrong. But now that I have the variables all consistently doing the operations before telling me what the variable is, hopefully this will be less confusing. It means I didn't even introduce a bug, I was just doing it wrong. Okay, this is room 3, 2, 1, okay, 0. And 0 is out of bounds, but 0 is the corner. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, okay. And why is it showing out of bounds? Because the counter is wrong. The counter is wrong because, as I said at the beginning, we're going from 0 to 19 instead of 1 to 20. You know, there's probably actually a way I can fix that. And I really should consider it, but that's the kind of thing that... like, messing with that is gonna throw off absolutely everything else that we've done, but it might be worth doing anyway. Okay, so yeah, it seems to be working now, except that counter is wrong. So what's going on with the counters here? When we face left, going out of bounds, So we found the bug. It's actually in the counter. Array index -1. Okay, so we go from 0. So let's not look at 0. We're going from 6 to -1, which is 5. And then right, but these are all -1. So we're going from room 5 to room 4. So if counter equals 4, then we're out of bounds going left. Okay. I wonder what -1 mod 5 is. I can check that quickly. Would that be 4 as well? It better be 4. All right, here. Counter, if counter equals 1. This isn't what we want, because here we want out of bounds to be, if we're at 4, we add 1 and it was 5. So yeah, we want counter to equals 0. This is 0. Okay. Yeah. Apply. Are these two right? Yes, but I did this very poorly because I'm just saying less than 0. Here, it's if array index is greater than or equal to 21. Okay, that should have fixed it, I hope. But we might still get a bug. 6, okay. 5 is the end, because this is actually room 4. Yeah, 0 is out of bounds, right, because we need it actually to be going to -1. It's fine. Because 0 minus... Because that was, what, ID 4 minus 5 would be -1, yeah. Be fine. So now I'm going to check and see what the bottom right corner here does. 19, yeah, it only goes to 19, so that's fine. Alright, so we have to fix one more thing for our error checking here, which is we go less than or equal to, well, so you have 4 minus 5 is -1. Facing up. So -1 is actually okay. It's -2, which is out of bounds. And for this, 19 is the last room that we have, so 20 is out of bounds. Okay. Okay, that's all a mess, but whatever. We had a question. Okay, boy, you get to do more work for me here. -1 mod 5 equals, and input \v, and that's going to be variable 1, I think, is our temp variable. Control variable temp equals -1, and then we're going to take temp and we're going to mod it by 5. -1 mod 5. Okay, let's just do a quick check here. What do we end up with? -1 mod 5 equals -1. I wanted that to equal 4. Okay. Whoops, while we're at it. -5 mod 5 Actually, we'll go negative 10. Negative 10 mod 5. Does that equal negative 10? Does it equal 2? Does it equal negative 2? Based on what we previously got there, I'm going to assume that it equals negative 10. No, it equals 0. Oh, right, mod. Okay. So negative 1. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense, right. We're dividing negative 5 by 5, and we're getting negative 1 as the remainder. Okay. So why was that important? There was an issue, wasn't there? Mod 5. Yeah, if we get negative 1 mod 5. All right, so we just have to copy this. If counter equals negative 1. All right, there we go. We fixed the first bug. Oh boy. Now, for the second bug. Let's look at our initialization again. So we have this variable. It's creating, it's being stored in 11 in variable 11. You're storing the numbers from 1 to 20. Actually, so this is where I could change it. If I changed these to 0 to 19, and this to 0 to 19, then I wouldn't have to worry about this, the offset anymore, right? Yeah, because I think I can put any numbers I want in here, and it'll still work. I think it'll still work because I'm not actually checking these values for anything, but I am checking the values for this, so it's going to change my offset, which is going to mess with some other stuff. That's something that I'll put under consideration for later. I don't want to mess with it right now. So readjust seating and room array from 1 to 20. Actually, I don't have to worry about that, do I? Yeah, because I removed the hotkey. I can do that. To 0 to 19. Okay. So that's something I'll consider. But the thing that I really want to be doing is fixing. Okay, I think this was fixed. That was fixed. This one. Yeah, okay, so there are a couple of issues. So the big issue here is I was looking at this. The 4 switches dealing with blockages should be reset during room transfer events in order to prevent blockages from forming incorrectly. This is partially true. But if we look at the entrance, for example, if we ever get to a point where north blocked is active, then it becomes a block. It doesn't matter if it was previously in use or not. Now, I want to be able to change this with a lot more control. And I think I said it at the time, but I really should have used a common event for it. And that way, when I change this event, I don't have to also change this event, and then I have to go here and change this event. I hope my mouse cursor is recording. I'm just going through cave entrance, cave exit, cave home 1. Pretty sure I have my mouse cursor set to record. Anyway, so I am going to have to change all of these. So rather than doing that, instead, I want to just have a generic event for each of the 4 directions and have custom events have a common event that will always run. And in that case, the common event, what it will do is it will check. So if we check here, okay, initialize, we find your current location, get the map ID, get your position on the array, figure out where you are, right, set everything to be off initially. And then we turn all these array indices, we turn on specific blockages depending on where you are in the array. Now, this will kind of work, but it's not going to work for the next stage, which, we go back up to, there we go, it's got the chart, makes it easy to find. If we look at this, this has just been a 4x5 rectangle. That's kind of boring. There are no internal walls at all. That's really what I want to be focusing on today, is internal walls. So, for example, this beautiful sketch. I want to create some walls arbitrarily blocking certain positions, but the problem with doing that randomly is that, for one, it'll be a little bit of a pain to get, well, it won't be too much of a pain, I guess. Like if 2 to 3 was blocked, remembering to block it both in 2 and in 3. Doing it randomly, I guess there would be an easy way to do that. Well, there would be a way to do that. But instead, as far as creating pseudo-randomness, I thought that I would have a bunch of different graphs that have walls in different arrangements. And then when you first enter the level, it would basically roll a number from 1 to 6 and just pick one of these. So that's my idea. Now, with the current system, that's going to be a pain. I really need to optimize the way that it's tracking which walls are blocked in the room. And I think that once I have this optimized, and I'll get into the system I want, it'll make this a lot easier for me. So for example, you can argue 6 different setups like this is not terribly random, but it is more interesting than an open rectangle, for sure. But if I have my optimized system set up nicely where every one of these set of wall restrictions is just a string, or it's encoded in an array, it's probably what I'm going to do, then it's a simple matter of just at the beginning of the game going roll from 1 to 6, choose that array. And then if I feel like adding more layouts in the future, like I say, I've got the game's going fairly well in testing, but you know, especially for the first level of the dungeon, people are seeing the same layouts too frequently. I could easily double, triple, whatever, do 10 times the amount of layouts just by having a new array string. And that way, it would become much more random seeming. So that's all way in the future. But for now, we're going to try to create this, but I'm going to try to create a system that will allow me to create this easily. And so for that, we're going to need a new code. I'm going to type it up here kind of messily to show my work, and then I'll fix it between parts, I guess. So let's have an array. Okay, well, instead of thinking about the words, let's just say what I'm speaking. Keep it simple for now. So let's have an array that stores the, oh, typing and speaking at the same time is surprisingly difficult. Let's have an array that stores the blocked passages for the level layout. Okay. This array will have 20. Oh, what are those called? Cells? I feel like I should know this. My brain just blanked. What the technical term for a unit within an array is. We'll just say 20 numbers corresponding to the 20 numbers to the 20 rooms. Okay. That's the easy way to do it. That's uneasy way to do it. But what numbers are we going to store in here to represent blockedness? Well, for room, we will have a different value for each combination of walls. But instead of, what is that? That's 4 walls, so it would be what? Including open, be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then with 3, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then all 4 technically would be 16. Okay, so I had a clever way of doing this that was also going to be 16, so I suppose I could just have an arbitrary list, but I'm going to do it in a more clever way than that, and hopefully it'll work. Hopefully my cleverness won't work against me here. We have a different value for each combination of walls. So how we're going to calculate this is for each blocked wall, we will add to the value of the number, using a whole bunch of generic words here. So if north equals, I'll type it out because I use north, south, left, and right. So north equals 8, south equals 4, left equals 2, right equals 1. So I have a nice binary sequence here. So let's look at room 1 here. If the north and the leftmost walls are both blocked, then the value of this will be 10. 2, it'll just be 8. 7 will be 0. And this is without internal walls. And then if I have internal walls, I can take... So basically what I can do is I can set up the initial array so that it always just has the outer circumference of walls using these numbers. And then I can look at this value, and in this case you see that 1 has the south blocked as well. So it'll be north and left blocked, north and left, so it'll be at 10. Also blocking south, we'd add 4, so we'd make this into a 14. And then here, instead of calling at the start of the room only once, we can call once every time we enter the room. We can just call this and make sure that we're getting the correct values. Maybe I'll have to like wait for a millisecond or something to make sure that these ones load first, or whatever the time is, because that is a cheat I could do as well. And I could even hide that from the player by having when you enter the room, it has the fade out, the screen fade out. Just have it so that it doesn't the fade out, it doesn't fade in the transfer event. Instead, it fades in the initialization event, and have the calculations for the blocked passages be done before the fade in. And that way you shouldn't see any blinking with suddenly appearing obstacles or anything like that. And it should be completely seamless to the player. Okay, so that's where we're headed. Now, why did I pick these values? This is because this thing, when it calculates what the value is, let's say that for example, we have 11 as our value. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go. So which walls is that? Well, we can see 8 plus 2 plus 1, right, is 11. So with these binary values going up like this, it's impossible to have a combination that isn't going to refer to specifically one combination here. So we know it's 8 plus 2 plus 1, but how do we calculate that? Well, we can go 11 mod 8 equals 1. Therefore, we know that there is a 1 in north. So we'll check that, and then we'll go 11 minus 8 equals 3. So we'll go 11 mod 8 equals 1. Okay, so now we have 3 mod 4 equals 0. So there's no south blockage. And then 3 minus 4 equals negative 1. Okay, so here we have an issue. That just told me, I didn't realize this, but now I do, that when we're doing our calculation, if the mod equals 0, we don't subtract. But if the mod equals 1, then we subtract from the unit while also setting the blockage. Okay. So anyway, that is the plan. I think it took me half an hour to get to this point. Oh boy. Okay, well, that's what we're gonna do. So first, let's create a new variable. So level 1 array. All right, we got temp. Now that's fine. So level 1 array. I'm leaving space here for 10 levels just in case that's how. I can't imagine I'll want to go longer than that. I probably won't even go that high. But we'll see. But anyway, for now, we're going to go 31. So 11, so they'll just be plus 20. Whoops. Right, you have to write down here. 31, so this is going to be level 1 blockages. Okay. Apply, okay. We don't actually need to set that though. So what is our default string? A default array. Well, I guess I'll just start adding up some values here real quick. So we're going to have 8 for the north, left is 2. So we're going to have 10, 8, 8, 8, 5 is going to be 9, 6 is going to be 2, 0, 0, 0, 10 is going to be 1, and then we're going to get 2, 0, 0, 0, 1 again. It's going to be 11 to 15. And then finally, 2, 0, 0, 0, 1, but we're adding 4 instead of 8 this time. So it's going to be 6, 4, 4, 4, 5. Okay, so that's what we want the array to be initially. This is assuming no blockages internally. Okay. Let's go to Dentown. Copy that. And yeah, we'll go to the entrance. That's fine. And we'll just add it to the very top here for now. This is going to be... What am I doing? Create a new event. Level 1... initialization. There we go. So level 1 initialization, this is going to be plus 20, so we're going to get 31. And okay, the scripting was a lot less complicated than I thought, but it's fine. Now let's just slide that over. So we're going to have 10, 8, 8, 8, 9. 2, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 0, 0, 0, 1, 6, 4, 4, 4, 5. Okay. Make sure we have the right number here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. So this is our initial blank barrier here. And that's it. That's all I need to do at this stage. We worry about this later. Worry about that later. Okay. Oh, and this should also be auto run. And then I need to end the script, right? Because if I don't, this is going to exit event processing. Right. Exit event processing, which is different from erase event. The event will reappear. Right. So erase event doesn't actually erase it permanently, whereas exit event processing does, maybe? Oh, man, that's something I should know, but too many different languages. I keep getting them mixed up. Anyway, so hopefully that'll only do it once. Well, let's stop being dumb. Control switch on, new event page, self switch A. Okay, there. Now we are guaranteed to not be stuck in auto run for all time. This is just going to go to an empty blank page and do nothing. Okay, so we have that initialized. Now, let's transfer. We'll go init after transfer. All right, and this is going to be okay, what? Sorry, I was just suddenly thinking about something else. I just thought of a way to fix the other thing, because this event happens every single time we do this, right? Every single time we have a transfer. So all I would have to do. I mean, it should probably be a separate. Okay, just to keep things relatively clear, I'm actually going to make a separate event for this. But this is going to be transfer cleanup. Just a quick thing I thought of suddenly. Control switch. Oh right, those are the ones, those events that are north blocked, whatever. I can erase those variables. Okay, you know, I feel like I got some ADHD going on here or something. I'm all over the place. Yeah, temp north blocked. I don't need these because so I could actually put this up to 21. Just adding 10 as opposed to adding 20. I kind of like that idea. So let's actually just get rid of all this. This will be level 1 blockages. Now we can get rid of this. Okay. This is 21. Okay. Cancel. Why? There we go. Okay, I didn't want to do that. That's fine. So what I wanted to do here is just get rid of these, because the issue I'm having with this bug, I said I wasn't going to fix this, but I think it's actually a really easy fix. So I just have to add this. This code, add this code to everything. Now the problem is I need to add this event to every single one of these in all 20 rooms. So I do have to add that event 80 times, but I'm pretty sure that it would fix the bugs that we've been having with the obstacles. But since I don't want to do that 80 times, I'm instead only going to do it 4 times by creating 4 events here. I'm still going to fix up the other system using this new idea that I have. But anyway, transfer cleanup is very important. Okay, so anyway, blockage initialization. I think I changed what this is called. This is just going to be blockage initialization for here. So we're going to go conditional branch. Okay, control variable. Temp, that's fine. If temp is equal to if temp is equal to 1, I did not hit 1, apparently. If temp is equal to 1, control switch, temp north blocked, okay. Remember, temp is a variable that we initialize. Oh, well, this is supposed to be an if statement. A conditional branch, if temp is equal to 1. If temp is equal to 1, then that's just fine. Okay, copy, paste, paste, paste. And we're going to do this for all the others. South, left, right. Okay. Good. So now the only thing I have to do is I have to set the temp value properly. To set the temp value properly, I need to access that new array that I've made. So that new array, array 21, we're going to need a few things. First of all, destination map ID. Okay, current location -3. Good. The current location is our map ID as set. Right. So we have our map ID currently set. -3 because there's an offset. I have some other places first. So with that in mind, we're checking when temp is equal to current location. Temp is just, again, calculating something. It's current location that we want. Return the ID of the destination room. Control variable, destination location, plus equals 3. Okay. So anyway, the important thing to note is that once we've finished destination map ID, variable 8 has the current destination map ID, which happens before a transfer, and we're not resetting that variable at any point other than doing an additional transfer. And at the start of the transfer, it is set. Here, yeah. Here we're just hard coding the value in. Okay, good. So we currently know then that variable 8 is our current location. And again, we have to add 3 because the ID is offset. So here, well, let's just copy these so that I have them to work with. So here what we're going to want to do at the very beginning of this is we're going to want to take destination location, and I guess we're going to want to subtract 3 from it. Because we need the ID for the transfer, but this is after we've transferred. So we're going to want to subtract 3 again. And that's going to get us the right value here. Okay, so next we're going to want to script. We're going to want to extract the Hold up. What is this? What is this referring to? Is this referring to its position in the array, or is it referring to the room ID? I think it's referring to the room ID. That's not what we want at all. We want the position in the array. Yeah, returns the ID. Never mind. Okay. We want the position in the array because that's going to be what we're calling, because we're going to want to call the same position in the blockage table that we've just created. So, where do we get the position? That is what 4 is. Array index. Is that right? Array index is where we are? Yes. Array index is actually our position within the array. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Array index. We set it to 0 because we initialized our variables properly. Actually, I'm going to copy that. Array index 4. Actually, let's do this. 4 array index. Copied. Continue. Carries over from destination map ID. Common event. Let's just be as explicit with this as we can. So that's a note to myself as to why I can use variable 4 here without having any issues. Okay. So array index 4 carries over. Oh. Thank you for that, I suppose, computer. 21 is going to be the blockage array. I have a name for this variable, don't I? Since I don't need this anymore, level 1 blockages, okay. Okay, previously initialized. Okay. So using these, I'm going to want to set a variable. I want to set get blockage value from blockage table. Let's be consistent. Level 1 blockages array. So that's what this is. So what variable do we want to store this into? I don't want to put it into temp because it's value taken from array. I have a thing for that, but this is the problem now. I shouldn't be recycling this. I should just make a new variable specifically for this purpose. It just feels somewhat wasteful to have that because that's extra programming weight that I don't need. We go to Dentown. Yeah, this is just storing stuff in here. I think this is the only time we ever use variable 6. Yeah, and then once we've saved it, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to reuse that and hopefully not screw everything else up in the process. So variable 6, value taken from array, does not equal, we're not subtracting 3 from it actually, I'm just putting that there for ease of something here. We're actually going to set this to be 6. Okay. And we're going to take the value from our new, I wonder why it does that sometimes. Yeah, from here 2 to 1 and then 4. Yes, so we're looking at this blockage array index at array index, so we're checking the right place, and we're setting that into value taken from array. So we don't need this at all. Okay. Now, if temp equals 0, so how are we going to check this? This is going to be this process here. So here, what we're going to do is temp equals temp equals value taken from array. Okay. Then we're going to have temp mod, what am I doing? Mod 8. Temp mod 8. So it's either going to equal 1 or 0. If it equals 1, we block and value taken from array subtracts 8. Okay. If temp is not on, does not equal 1, then we do nothing. Okay, and then we're just going to copy this before each of these. Only we're going to change. Oops, we're going to change some of the values here. So that's going to be 4. This is going to be 2. And this is going to be 1. Okay. And then same thing. If it's blocked, we have to subtract values. This one, actually, we don't have to because it doesn't matter. We're done at this point. But anyway, I'll put it in there anyway. Okay. I think that's actually a relatively simple and straightforward. I mean, as much as this amount of scripting can be simple and straightforward. I think what we've effectively done here, so we have transfer cleanup. All of the blocked things will be set to off. Then we do this. We turn on selective ones based on the value from the array that we just grabbed, which should be okay. Should be initialized. Now, the issue here is we need to have this blockage initialization run. Change maximum. Let's just... I love my common events. We're gonna probably use more than that by the time this is done. Okay, so blockage initialization. That is all done. I'm pretty sure this works. Unfortunately, I can't actually test it yet, which is terrible, because I have a few more things I need to fix before we do that. So blockage initialization, that's fine. So now we're gonna have... What is the initialization event going to look like inside each of these locations? Is it just going to run blockage initialization? Is there anything else I even need to run? Maybe not. I think I can actually just run this. Like, the nice thing about what I've just done here is the initialization. Yeah, we do have this. Just fine. Right, this is going to be a special case for... So this is going to be this is going to be room initialization. Okay. This is going to be, yeah, level 1 initialization. Okay, that's fine. So this is the initialization for the entire level, and that's going to run stuff in here. This is going to be initialization for just this room, and that's going to be common event, blockage initialization. That's fine. Auto run. And then, whoops, I'm pretty sure we do have to do a self switch. So what this means, actually, if I do a self switch like this, is that we're only actually going to be checking the blockages once, and every other time we enter this room, we won't be checking it, which is fine. We only need to check it the first time. Okay. So blockage initialization has been set up. So that should work. So one potential issue that I see, and I'll just mention it now so that I can hopefully not forget by the time, well, actually I'm going to deal with it now, so I guess that works too, is that currently we only get the room, the coordinates of our current place when we do a transfer event, right? We need to, yeah, find X and Y variables and destination map ID. Okay. So we need to do this in this event as well. All right, this is just me. This was just me testing something out. Honestly, I don't need to be doing it like that. I was just trying to learn how these work, but let's just do that instead. We don't need these. Yeah, you can see 7, 6, and then 4 is the cave entrance. map ID. But that was just me making sure I knew how the direct ID thing worked. Okay, so let's just simplify that, because we are doing a direct transfer. And here now, destination map ID, I should just be able to run this, except that it's not going to know what my current location is. So instead of just running this, what's the specific? Find the array corresponding to the current location. Right. So we want this. We want to find the array location of. Yeah, because we don't have this. So this is fine. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to copy all of this. Now, this is not going to be a common event because we're only doing it one time, as opposed to all the rest of this, right? We don't need to find a destination room. We just need to know where the entrance is. So current location equals map ID, and current location minus equals 3. We don't actually need either. We don't need any of those. This, we know it's going to be 4. This is going to be 1. And yeah, so yeah, we're looking for room 1, because room 1 is going to be the entrance. That's what we set up in the first episode. So actually, we can just change this to be 1. We're looking for the entrance. Current location equals 1 means take the entrance. Look for the entrance. This means we are looking for the entrance. Okay. Array index equals 0 because you go start at the beginning of the array. That would make sense. So we have game variable 11. That is the array of the room IDs, or rather the positions. We're going to grab the index. We're going to find it. If we found number 1, we know that temp is our current location. If that's the case, then control variable array index plus 1 right? This is in the loop. Right, this is in the loop. That's why, because we have break loop cuts to here. Okay. So all we're doing is we're setting temp to equal current location, which is 1. Okay. But what we actually want is value taken from array to be equal to temp. Right? Because that's the whole point of all of this, is to find okay. Like it says, yeah. We're setting value taken from array. And just to confirm that that is in fact the correct thing to do, array index is what we want, not value taken from array. Right. Okay, good. So now, with that, we should have this running. This should run normally. When we get in, it should be able to determine whether we have any blockages in the entrance. And if we do, it'll set the blockages. So now we have to create these transfer events better. And by better, I just mean basically copy all of this. Copy all of this into a common event. So do I need different common events for every less than 4, greater than 23? Yeah, they do need to be different because they're checking for different things. Interesting. Okay. Right, this is the same in every time. Yeah, this is going to be the same in every direction, right? That page? Okay. Well, that makes this a lot easier. Copy. Transfer. I'm just gonna. This will just be the main transfer. Okay. And I can run that. Okay, I see. I see what the problem is. Problem is this part right here. What I'm trying to avoid is having this Yes, this is all I'm really doing here is if temp north blocked. Yeah, okay, so what I do, I get rid of this. I just get rid of this altogether. And instead, this just always runs, and then it does a check. And it's check if north block whatever, then do this. Okay, I'm going to cancel because I don't want to change it just in case, but okay, transfer. Yeah, because this is basically just me using the conditions page as an if statement, basically. So instead, well, also we don't want this on the auto run. We absolutely do not want this on the auto run. So I guess what we're going to do is we will have the auto run and the barrier be the same, be at the end. Only here, is there a way to check which one is which direction? I mean, I could give these a facing, but That seems... I might still have 4 different events. Which means I'm not actually saving any work. And in fact, actually, it might mean I don't have to change anything. Yeah, I think this actually means I don't have to change anything here at all. Okay, well, no. I still want to delete all of this and then run it as a transfer event. I still want to do that. I'm still going to have to copy that through everything else. I haven't changed, so this hasn't changed anything yet, but the reason for that is because I need to run common event transfer cleanup. And now we have one common event running 3 other common events. It's wonderful. Just because we want all these cleared. Okay. This is actually a fairly complicated set of events. Okay, but because I made that one change, that one line, or these 4 lines, I do have to go through and delete and recreate all of these again. But because I'm doing it via common events now, this is the last time I'm ever going to have to do this. So that's nice, I suppose. Because, yeah, going through all these, I'm just gonna... Oh. No point in putting it off, I suppose. I do think that we're on the cusp of having something really cool, though, so that's nice. Hopefully I can get the whole structure system sorted out. So that I can do other things going forward. Because this isn't the kind of thing you normally think about when you think about doing RPG Maker, is it? Just me. Scripting transfer. Like, literally, this is just me refusing to use the automatic generate, quick event creation transfer. All of the work for the past what 4 hours now, 5 hours almost, for this has been to create my own transfer event. But when it's done, I should have something fairly unusual, fairly unique. That's good. Okay, so now that this is done, copy, paste, and we're just going to go through and do this. Can I hit page down or something? Will that... No. I wonder if there's a hotkey for... Like, I can, as long as I don't click, right? But as soon as I click here, I can't use the arrows anymore. Whoops, that's it's unfortunate. But it's just gonna be a lot of clicking, I guess. So instead of having these silly little blocks, like the silly little rock mounds blocking these things off, it occurs to me if I used a custom tile set in which every wall was just a plain square, there's none of this fancy meshing type thing, I could just create that wall image and I would have a seamless wall, at least within the context of my game. Or I suppose I could, even if I was using the default assets, I could Whoops, I could copy. Oh, what? Ah, right click. Sorry, I was having a moment. Yeah, I could copy this region. I could just copy a section like this and just paste it over top when it was sealed, and it would end up being a seamless wall. But I have a lot more work to do before we can get to that. But yeah, that is something to consider. I could have custom graphics, or even just using these graphics for that, and make a more seamless wall instead of just this silly looking pile of rubble. And after all this is done, I get to go into the testing phase. Oh boy, I get to figure out where well, hopefully I get to figure out where I've made the mistakes. If you have everything fall apart but you don't know where you made the mistakes, then that's a bigger issue. Yeah. This part, though, I'm fairly confident is just purely an upgrade over what I had before. Because now, anytime I want to modify these events, modify the transfer logic, I don't have to go into every single room individually. And they have to be generalizable because they're connecting in a random order. So, yeah, I feel pretty good about that, even though it wasn't the most exciting process to go through at the time. I should actually be confirming that I actually did do a copy and I'm not... Yeah, okay. Yeah, just confirming that I wasn't repasting, you know, the left on multiple areas or something. Alright, well that didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. I guess me talking helped fill the time a little bit, at least for me. I mean, it's probably less efficient overall, but whatever. You're done. Okay. So, I think I should have a working system now. So now let's see how horribly it can all go wrong. Wait. We're not ready. We're not ready. Cave entrance. Level 1 initialization. Can I do this here? Maybe. It's like, is that the kind of thing that should have been initialized before we enter the room? I don't know. Let's find out. Also, I should probably set the boy to reveal the grid again so I know where we start. Yeah, in fact, I feel strongly enough about that I'm going to do it right now. Because... Okay, what was it? Variable 11. The level 1 array is, and then do that. And that's because I do not want to be in one of the central 6 squares here. I really want to be on the border because that way I can see if we have the entrance initial, the level initialization and the room initialization, if there's a conflict there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Of course. Only a 30% chance. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. That should be okay. We are on the far left. For array index is 1 higher. Okay, I'm not sure what happened with the entrance there. So according to this, we started like right here. I wonder if we'll be able to find the entrance again. Yes, and this was in position 11. Okay. So, right, that makes sense, because we went to the left, so we subtracted 1, so we went to 10. Okay. Okay. Well, let's continue exploring the rest of this. Okay, we're not getting, because in the past, these blocks would have carried over into the previous room. So that's good. So it's just specifically the entrance that has an issue. That's fine. Right, and this is going to be the boss room. Yeah. And no obstacle. Okay. Good. I'm just going to work my way back through all of these again. I mean, it's hard to tell that we're in separate rooms each time, but... Okay, there are a lot of monster rooms. Okay, so this should go to 12. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. 10, 11? Yeah, okay. So everything else should be working fine. It's going to say 5 because it's off by 1. This is going to be 15. 10, okay, good. And then this is going to be room ID out of bounds. Yep. So yeah, there is an error there. Okay, good. So that has mostly been fixed up. It's been fixed up everywhere except for the entrance. So how do we fix up the entrance? If I had to guess... blockage initialization might have been running for level 1 initialization. Wait a minute. Okay, there's a couple of issues here. So I forgot to copy this over. This is my initialization event. And... okay, so we weren't even testing the thing that I thought we were. Oops. Because the initialization event is what I was wanting to test, and I wasn't even running that in the other rooms. Because they were still running my old event that I'm going to be deleting. Well, this is the exit. Which is going to be... these are all going to be copies. Okay, so let's just take initialization here. Oh. Room initialization. We're going to copy this event. If this all goes horribly wrong and I change my mind, I can always copy it from here and put it back. But exit should now have blockage initialization. Okay. So I know I should fix the entrance first, but if what I wanted to test is the initialization not running at all? If that is the case, then the exit will also have issues. So now we need to set up where the exit is not in the center. Okay, well the exit is here. That's fine. Out of curiosity, where's the entrance? Oh, the entrance is here. Okay. So this is actually really nice. So entrance is 17, exit is 20. Let's see. So if I go to the right, Yeah. This should give me an out of bounds. Might as well test that while I'm here. Yep. Interesting. My error checking is more robust in that direction. Because if this one's out of bounds, it won't even let me go anywhere. Whereas with going to the left, when it was out of bounds, it would still let me teleport. Okay, well that's something else to look into. There's more things to look into. Okay, so we have the exit is going to be right. It's going to be a 19 because 19 is -1. Okay. And we have an issue. And the issue is initialization worked. But it put it in the wrong spot. Okay. And if I leave and come back, nothing weird should happen, right? Yeah. Okay. So initialization worked, but it's switching left and right. Up and down seems to be okay. Okay. A couple of things to check here. Blockage initialization. The order is up, down, left, and right. Okay. Is 5 correct? 5 is south and right. Okay. So I don't see why there is an issue. Okay, well, the first thing to do then is to check that... what variable is this? Variable 6. Variable... Cancel. Show text. The number being operated on is... And then, I guess I don't even need to do that because this isn't an array. It doesn't need its own row. And what? Was... I just said 6. Okay. And that's only being run in the exit. So let's run this again. Come on, error check. Oh. Number being operated on is 4. Okay, that's interesting. So let's go talk to the boy to see where we are. But according to that, we should be on the southern bit here, which we are. We're at 18. 2, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, that's just going to be 1 north. Oh, never mind. I mean, it was going to be a blank. It was going to be a blank thing, so it should have said the number being operated on is 0 and not shown anything. I would have liked to have tested that, but okay. So the number being operated on should be 8, and then for 2, it should be south left. It should be 6. Okay. Number being operated on is 8. Good. How's the robustness of this? Okay. There's something wrong with the left specifically. We go over twice and then down 3 times. That array index is still pretty useful. I might just add 1 to that number. Number being operated on is 6. And we have no barriers at all. Okay. So stuff is not working here. Let's check this again. Number being operated on was chosen correctly. So this is not the issue at all. No, this is not the issue at all. So variable 6 is fine. It's working as intended. Value taken from array temp equals 6 in this case. Temp wow. Wow, I just completely forgot to do something. Okay. Temp equals 0. No, temp should equal value taken from array. No, absolutely it's not going to work. Oh. Okay, well, it's doing that anyway. It's just, I don't know why I have this extra temp equals 0. That's pointless because I'm just overwriting it right away. Okay, value taken from array. So let's follow through the logic here. We had 6. Value taken from array equals 6. 6 mod 8 is going to be... Okay, I found the mistake. I found the mistake. I'm totally looking at the wrong number. I want to be divided. 6 divided by 8 is 0. 6 mod 8 is 6. Good grief. Okay. So 6 divided by 8 is 0. So nothing happens. 6 divided by 4 is 1. So we do this. Value taken from array is now subtract 4. It goes down to 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. It's 0. 0 divided by 1 is 0. Okay, okay, okay. Well, that should definitely change what's going on here. So this is garbage. There we go. Okay, please give me some nice values. 1, okay, we're at 4. Where's 2? 2 is 3. Okay. Well, that's about as convenient as we could have gotten. Okay. Number being operated on is 9. Didn't I say that we were at 4? Hello. Boy, talk to me again. Yeah, okay. Okay, well that's promising. Okay. So we're taking out of this... Ah. Array index is a value from 0 to 19. But I am reading it as a value from 1 to 20. Okay. Array index, subtract 1. That should fix it. 8. Okay, so we should have... Well, that's not going to tell us a whole lot. 10, 11, 12, 13. Not going to tell us a whole lot either way, since we just got the two centralmost rooms that have nothing going on. But at least they didn't spawn anything. Okay. So those 2 rooms did not spawn anything. It's good, but it doesn't tell us if it was off by 1 in either direction, which was the issue I was correcting for, because 712 and 914 also don't work. Okay. Okay, we're in 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So 1 should be just to the north. Yep. So this should be the corner. And the exit should be down here. Off by 1. Okay, new theory. What is going on with this? Array index equals 0. Yeah, we shouldn't be getting array index. Equals the value. Take it from the array. That's fine, but why is array index off by 1? Because now it seems like... We're going to run this one more time. But what that was telling me is that it's only in the entrance room where it's off by 1, not the exit room. Okay, well with 3 that's not going to tell me anything. But I guess 5... Yeah, that's fine. Is this going to be a corner or is something going to go wrong? Nope, it did the corner. Alright, try it again. Randomness really pads out the testing process, doesn't it? Okay, we're in the middle, so we're gonna reset. I mean, I could probably just set the variable manually if I went into the developer stuff. I'm specifically wanting... I'm wanting it not to be in the central column. I'm wanting it to be basically anywhere else, I think. But preferably in columns 1 or 5. Okay, it's in column 1. We are in the bottom left corner. Good. The number being operated on is... It should be 6, but for some reason it's grabbing the next number. Okay. And where is 2? 9. So if it's grabbing the next number, the 9 should be here. The next number for that would be 1. Okay. So this should send us to 15. Because of that bug. This should be the exit. 0. Yeah, it's fine. So for some reason that I can't figure out, the entrance is doing something different than the rest of this. Oh. Because we changed the array index. We're changing the array index whenever we transfer, but this doesn't change the array index. Okay, well, you know what? In that case, whoops. I should just be able to subtract 1 from it and fix it. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So we should have it should be 1, but if it was doing the same pattern as before, it'll tell me it's operating on 2 instead. Which be the exit. Okay. This is fine. Yeah, that worked as intended. I just jumped from 10 to 11, by the way. Okay, so yeah, exit is fine. Okay, where... Cave entrance. Initialization is fine. You're done doing the initialization. Okay. How many initialization events have I got? Oh. Delete. That's the issue. I was running the old initialization and the new initialization, and then the old one was taking precedence, I guess. That should fix that. I need to fix the left-right warp issue. But okay, we are in room 2. Where's the exit? Well, it doesn't matter. Exit's in room 5. That's a problem. This should be the exit. Yep. So I still don't know why the entrance is being all weird. Setting a value. Then we're running blockage initialization. Blockage initialization operates on variable 6, which is working for the case of 2, for the exit. But for the case of the entrance, we need a different variable for some reason. What did it do? It ran 4 instead of 8. Why? This could be a timing conflict now. Because here... value taken from array. Subtracting 1. Okay, let's just show text here. The value of the blockage for the entrance is we're doing variable 4 here. Variable 4, and then we're subtracting 1. Computing on dash v4 minus 1. Okay. I don't even think I need to talk to the boy now. I can just go here. Is 8. Computing on 8 minus 1 is 7. Okay. 7, 8 minus 1 is 7. It should still be 0. Okay. Are these numbers really random? It's 4. Okay. 4 minus 1 is 3. It should be 8. I should just set this to a specific value instead of trying to do this randomly. 17. Okay, there we go. So we should be computing on 4. That's what we would expect. 4. What? Is it just working now, or is there going to be an issue with this in the future? Did I change something and make it work suddenly? Okay. In that case, transfer, this is fine. Also, transfer events going out of bounds to the left or the right, still allow auto wrap, still allow wrapping around to the next room. Okay, so with that in mind, I think room initialization copy. We are going to delete all of these, and we're going to hope that this is going to work. Yeah, another event. If it was working for the exit, it should be working for all of these as well. And it's been 2 hours. But I'm almost at the actual cool thing that I wanted to do, so I might push through and just do a little bit more. I'm going to have to copy again. Okay, copy. Paste. Yep, pasting the right one. Man, RPG Maker is one of those things where you're never actually finished. You've always got more stuff to be doing. All right, let's give it a go and see what happens. Yep, that's right. That is not right. This will be the entrance again. Nope. Okay, so the entrance... The entrance screwed up again. Okay, we definitely have an issue. We definitely have an issue here with the entrance. But it's working flawlessly for everything else. I guess the other thing to check is, did I modify, because I'm not calling the same event. Okay, we'll just check this to make sure. Yeah. This is a much cleaner system than I had before. But it just doesn't work for the entrance. Okay, well, it's working for everything else. I'm really happy about that. Entrance. I don't know why I hit save. It saves every time I do this. But anyway. Entrance, exit. Okay, so the exit, what's going on here? We have a room initialization, it runs it, and then it's done. But with the entrance, we have our room initialization, which I would like to move to here, just to be consistent with everything else. And then we have this. ID 7, ID 8. So I think this should run first. But because... So the only difference is that I'm running the initialization here. All right, let's copy this. Here. So it seems to be in the leftmost column where we have issues with. In this position, it should be fine. Nope, it's still not right, because this... Yep. It should be blocked. It should be blocked at the top. This will be out of bounds. Still not right. So what happened that time? It calculated that we were here, right? And then... Instead, it told us that we were working on 0. How? Yeah, the value of the blockages for the entrance is 0. Okay. I mean, setting this shouldn't make a difference, because all we're doing with this event is setting a variable which is being set to another value that's the same as what it already was. So that shouldn't make any difference at all. We're doing a blockage initialization. Here we have an event transfer. Okay, let's look at transfer. What is it about transfer that makes this all work? Okay, I figured out why this doesn't work. It's because it would be too much work. I remember. I decided it was too much work to... Oops. I don't know. I just did. I decided it would be too much work to put this wrap around in that direction, so I only did it for X and Y. All right, I was being lazy. Transfer here, no label. Okay. So here we are running all these other things. Transfer cleanup, setting everything to be off. They should be off by default, but I can still do that. Destination map ID. This is the one that has the array index. Yeah, because this isn't X and Y transfer. That's not affecting anything. This is just purely the tile that we spawn on when we do the transfer. So there's no issues there. This is determining the ID that we're going to. We're not calling it because we don't want to, but it does affect the array index. Okay. Transfer cleanup. Initialization. This is the number being operated on. This is what we do after we arrive. Being operated on is v6. Being operated on is v6. Okay. Yeah, transfer player happens at the very end, so everything else should be set. Value taken from array, which is this script wrong? Maybe this script is wrong. All right. The value of the blockages for the entrance is... No, that's not actually what we want to say here. Currently, well, I'm already telling it to do that, though. The array index is okay. I mean, now this is just redundant because I know I didn't fix anything, but I'm trying to understand what's going on here. Array index is 11. Okay. Array index is 11. That actually means 12. So how are we getting this value out of 12? That's the value for 16. 15. Is this a case of me just needing to take a break? It might be. It doesn't make sense to me that this would be not working specifically. Okay, let's actually run through this code step by step here. Why is it that array index is different here than it is at any other times we're looking for it? We're setting this up in temp. We are putting the value of, so we're putting the room number from 1 to 20 at index 0 of the array into temp. If that's equal to our current location, which is 1, which is our value for the entrance, I can only assume that this is the issue. Do we want it to be 1? We want it to be 1. I think we do. Increment array index. And then check again. And if temp equals 1, then we're good. Keep doing this until we get down, until we find it. Okay. So array index currently equals some value from 0 to 19, or 0 to 20 if we don't find it, but we've never gotten this message. So it equals some value from 0 to 19. It's going to be our index. The array index is v4. The value of the blockages for the entrance is not v4. That would be, I mean, that was just a shorthand of me pulling a number from here. Who's doing it? 21. This is the right place. Subtract 1. I'm not entirely sure why I'm subtracting 1 from this. And this is the endless confusion with the two scales, the 0 to 19 scale and the 1 to 20 scale. Honestly, I should probably just clean that up as well. If I do that, I won't do that on camera. That'll just be a lot more of the same here. All right, so we have a minus equals 1. Okay, so let's assume, for the sake of the argument, this first room is the entrance. So what would happen in that situation? In that situation, array index 0 will have a value of 1. Temp equals 1. Okay, break loop. Now we look at the array index is variable 4, which is going to be 1. No, it's going to be 0 because we're at index 0. Maybe it's 0. So yeah, we don't want to do this. We almost certainly do not want to do that. Which means that in this situation, okay. Okay, so what we're going to do Make absolutely certain we're getting what we want here. We're just going to go $game variables dot set value ID is going to be 11. I mean, it doesn't matter what I put for the rest of this. I could probably just not even have a full array, and the game would probably crash if I tried to do more than one room, but I'm just going to have an unsorted array. I'm going to undo all of the randomizing. Apply. Okay. I can delete that later, that's fine. But now, see, the number being operated on is 10. That was actually correct. Yeah, okay, tome. That's what I was expecting. So it'll be tome, tome, treasure, treasure. This should be a treasure room. Yeah, okay. So we have our unsorted array. So since we have this non-randomized, we've set this up correctly. Okay. So now array index should be 0, right? Array index is 0. Good. Okay. The value in the array at 0, the blockage is... Didn't that say 10 before? Hmm. Have I got a random number? Fascinating. What the heck? Have I got a math.random in here somewhere? Array index. I take it from array. I have a variable that isn't initialized. Is this backwards? Array index equals variable 4. Well, that's a text. Okay, blockage initialization. This isn't what I need. I don't care about this yet. Okay, array index is. This is working correctly. Up to this point, my array index is correctly returning 0. Up to this point, I should say. Here, value taken from array. Variable 4 equals variable 6. What is variable 6 at this point? Variable 6 hasn't been set to anything. Okay. That would be an issue, for sure. So value taken from array. Why? Why am I doing this? Why does this line of code even exist? You just transfer. You're just doing a transfer. No point do we have 4 equals 6 during the transfer. Variable 4 equal variable 6. Transfer cleanup. Nope. X and Y variables. Nope. Destination map ID. Do we even use 6? We shouldn't be, because... Okay, and then what about here? Do we use variable 6? We do use variable 6 here. We use variable 6 here, but we set it using this. Why are we changing the array index? Everything is working. Let's just get rid of that and see what happens. Why was that code even there? And it works. And it works. Okay. Let's introduce some randomness. Where are we? We're at the bottom. Position 18. South exit should be blocked. South exit is blocked. Okay, I don't know why that line of code was in there. It should not have been in there. But it's fixed, so that's good. Well, it's maybe fixed. Can never say for sure. Okay, so at this point, we're going to get rid of some of these text options. Yeah, we're going to get rid of that because that works fine. Those are all fine. Those are all fine. Okay. Where is... Okay, so is that okay here? That is the next thing to test. Can I remove this? If I remove it, does that cause a problem? Yeah, one was supposed to be at the south. Seemed to be working fine. This is a corner. Yeah, okay. So next is during the transfer. Array index equals. This is the one I want to get rid of. Okay. Get rid of these. Okay, and I'm just going to take a moment and just run around with hopefully no text messages popping up at all. And just hope that we get a nice experience out of this. Okay, we seem to be in the middle. Promising. Very promising. Come back to the entrance just to make sure. Okay. A lot of monsters. More monsters. This should be the next corner. More monsters. Okay, all the good stuff is down here. There's the exit. More monsters. Okay, there we go. Finally hit a tome room. And there's the other tome room. Treasure. More monsters. Monster, monster. Boss. Statue. And there's going to be one more treasure in the bottom corner if I'm... Yeah, okay, good. Okay, everything seems to be working. Wow, okay, that was... Okay, so that was pretty good. 2.5 hours, but... Man, I need to be getting to bed soon, actually. But not yet, because I really wanted to do this. This was my goal for today, was to get this done. So now that I finally have a clean system set up, I am going to implement this wall pattern. Because I think this is only going to take a few minutes. Famous last words. Okay. So we're going to create a new common event because we want this to be easy. And this is going to be interior wall randomizer. Interior wall randomizer. Okay. And all we're going to do is set set this, so we're operating on 21. Set variable variable 21. Variable 21. And we're going to set it okay. This is what? 8 plus 4 plus 2? It's going to be 14. Okay. And then we're going to go show text. And we're going to show text 21. We're going to show the text for the variable 21. Okay. And we're going to go in the entrance. We're going to create an event. People here. We can use the little girl for this one. Got the boy up top doing information. Do the girl here. And this is just going to, when acted upon, common event, interior wall randomizer. Okay. Action button. Good. So the point of this is to make sure, before I start doing anything fancy, that I'm able to write into an array into a specific slot without overwriting the entire array. So having entered the dungeon, array 21 should be, where is it? Here. Array 21 should be this, but instead of 10 in the first slot, it should be a 12. It is a 10. That is a problem. Okay. Common event, interior wall randomizer. That's what we're running. Interior wall randomizer. Okay, well, whoops. No. We want to go here. Okay, how do I set a specific array value to be different? Set value, bracket. Number? No. Variables.value, not set value, just value. Open bracket and then parenthesis versus bracket. Parenthesis bracket equals with a semicolon. Okay, if that's all it takes, then I guess I need to move it over a little bit more. Fine. So making sure we do this. Game variables dot value. And then we're going to have 21. 0 equals 14. Okay? Okay. So instead of 10, now the first value should be 14. Excellent. Okay, good. Don't need you anymore. Okay, so now that we know that we can set this, what we want to do, actually, plus equals 4. Show text. Sorry, little girl, I didn't mean to delete you. Show text variable This is going to be 21 again. This is what we just did. Okay, but I need to make sure that this operation also works. Can I do that? Here, people, hue, come back. Common event. Interior wall randomizer. Okay, go. So is this going to give me a 14? Better give me a 14, otherwise I will be sad. He gave me a 14, okay. It's supposed to be a 10, but it gave me a 14 because I added an extra 4. Okay, good. So... Right, yeah. Yeah, it was 10 initially, and then it became 14. Okay. Good. So since... Goodbye, girl, for real this time. Okay, so we're able to set things like this. Okay. So now, remembering that 8, 4, and 2 are our values. Let's just move that down there. That's fine. This is smaller, so we can see this and this at the same time. And now what we do is we copy this, but instead we make 20 copies of it. Oh boy. It's the fun part of programming. And we check every indice. But again, once this is done, I should have made these all plus equals 0 also to start. Or plus equals blank, and then I could type it in quickly. Apparently I'm really struggling with my mouse accuracy. Or just my everything accuracy. That's a possibility. Oh, come on. Don't show me that. Go up to 19. Okay. So remember that I'm offset by 1. So now, facing south. South is 4. Okay. 2 is also 4. 3, we only have the rightmost wall. That's going to be 1. So now you can see how just putting a template like this, we should have everything in. 4, that's going to be a 2. Ah, no. No. Ah! Clicking is hard. 5, no change. 5, no change. No change. 5 is 0, not no change. I have to be careful. 6 is going to be north and right. That's going to be plus 9. 7 is going to be north and left, which is going to be plus 10. 8 is just going to be to the right. That's going to be 1. 9 is going to be left and south, which is going to be plus 6. 10 is another 0. 11 also 0. 12 is 4, actually, and so is 13. 14 is going to be north and south. That's going to be plus 12. 15 is going to be a 0. 16 is going to be a 0. 17 and 18 are both going to be 8s. Nineteen is going to be a 9. 20 is going to be a 2. Okay. Assuming that I have all of those numbers correct. Assuming I've done this all correctly. New common event, interior wall, randomization. Okay, so assuming I've done this all correctly. Okay, so where could we be? Assuming this works, we could be in 4, we could be in 7. We can only be in one of those 2 spots. So if we go down, we should be able to see which one it is. 12. Okay. Oh, this is so cool. If we go this way, this should be a dead end up here. It is. Oh, this is magic. Yep. This is going to lead to a dead end as well. Oh, guarded by a boss. It's not a... You know, that's actually very appropriate. Have some treasure hidden behind the boss. Okay. We're not worrying about that kind of thing just yet. But I'm actually really happy with how this is working so far. No bugs yet. Yeah, I got this corridor. Little alcove down there. Here. Okay, got a statue. We've got a little loop here. Full of monsters. Yeah. All the walls appeared exactly where I wanted them to be. Oh, we found the exit. Yes. Okay. Our streak of exit and entrance appearing right next to each other. I don't know. It seems to happen quite a bit. But I suppose there aren't really all that many combinations. Okay. Well, everything seemed to be working perfectly. So we had this layout. And proof of concept. Because if you're gonna do this kind of thing, you better enjoy it. All the pain and suffering that we went through was for this moment. We got a completely different feeling dungeon. This could be 12, it could be 13. It has to be one of those. Okay. It looks like we were started in 13. Okay, that's the way down. Okay, I finally feel like I have something that's working now. Now, obviously, there's a ton of work to do still as far as prettying this up and, you know, actually adding gameplay. But I wanted to get the random map generation stuff done first. Oh, hello, boss. Yeah, I wanted to get the... Oh, guarding both books. Okay. I wanted to make sure that I had this system set up so that... so that I could, you know that I was working with something, you know, that would work. Because I feel like this is the most complicated... let's actually add some words to that and make a bit more sense. This is probably the most complicated thing that I was trying to do out of everything that I have planned for this game. Like, believe it or not, this is actually intended to be an incredibly simple game, just as a sort of a, you know, make a simple game kind of thing. But it's also intended to be educational for myself. So, good. We seem to have a random dungeon. A random dungeon. Now, okay, well we don't actually need that. We need that up and this. This is what we wanted. Okay. So now, in order to make it feel even more random, what we can do is control variable temp equals a random variable from 1 to 6. If variable temp equals 1. Do that. And the reason that we're doing it this way is that we're assuming that the outer edge is always going to be a wall. So now we copy this, paste it, make this equal to 2, and then we go through all these values again. So this is going to be 0, because there's no change. This has 2 changes. It's going to be right and south. This will be, so this is a 5. Here we have left and right, so that's 3. Here, left and down is 6. Here is no change. Okay, here also no change. Cut, that's fine. North and south, that'll be 12. 8 is just south, that'll be 4. Okay, north and right, that'll be a 9. Here, just going to be a left, so that'll be 2. I gotta keep going. 0. Okay, this is quite a few. North, south, and right. So this will be 13. That's going to be north and left, which will be 10. Just south, which will be 4. Here is a 0, 0, 8. That's actually correct. This is 0, 8, and 0. Okay, and this is actually we'll set it to random between 1 and 2 for now. Well, random between 2 and 2 for now, because we want to make sure that the second template works. And the other 4, I'm just going to do by myself off camera. I think it's time to go to bed. So I don't want to spend too much more with this, and anybody watching this in the future will not benefit from seeing me do the same process over and over, I don't think. It only takes a few minutes to do, but that'll be fine. All right, so we appear to have started in this alcove or this alcove. Okay. What? Okay, already we have a problem. Okay, let's see where this takes us. Oh, did I mess up this? No, I messed up these. Where are we? Are we still using the previous template? I think we're still using the previous template. Yeah, this feels very familiar. Yep. Okay, so something went wrong. This is going to be the little square. Okay, and then this will be a dead end down here. Okay, so for some reason, this didn't work. I don't want to be doing bug testing right now. Yeah, there's no environment like this. We started in the top right. By which I mean, you know what? You can go away. By which I mean we started in this segment. We're currently at 15. Okay, so why is it doing that? Interior wall randomizer is running. Okay. Where do we run interior wall randomizer? Here. Okay. Okay. Temp equals temp equals 2. But we spawned at 19, which shouldn't be possible because that's temp equals 1. Okay, do I have anything else going on? Blockage initialization. We set the value, then we run the wall randomizer. We even confirmed that temp was not equal to 1. Variable temp, well, equals 2. We know it equals 2. If temp equals 1, do this. If temp equals 2, good. Oh boy. Yeah. Just because this is going to help my sanity, I am actually going to do this again. If temp equals 1, if temp equals 2, I did it bad. I did it bad. I copied it, but then I modified the first one, not the second one. I do specifically want them in that order because that's going to be easier for me when I'm debugging or whatever. Have them in the expected order. Okay. Temp equals 2. Okay, so now we should be in this room, this room, this room. Those are our options, right? Okay, let's go this way, see what happens. Well, that pretty definitively says that we were here. Okay. Yep, so this should go into a dead end up here. It'll just have to fork around. Yep. Back to the entrance, we can go up this way. Ah, no! Okay, got a dead end there. Way down, which I can't actually step on, that would have been fine. Okay. Good. And this should lead us back to the entrance if we go up here. Good. Okay, so we have the layout. The layout seems to work fine. I didn't notice any walls out of place, so that means I inputted all my numbers correctly. All right. Finally, we'll do one more run with it set to choose one of those two layouts at random. Oh, well, if it's no fun if you're going to tell me what temp is. No, no, no. We don't want to know. I am still going to refer to this just for this. For the sake of this. So top right corner could be 3, could be 5, could be 9, I guess. Or 5. Okay, let's go this way. See what we find. Ah, I see. Okay, so we're on the first map. Yep. And stuff seems to be connected. Okay, that's enough. And I'll do one more run. Just for good measure, without being able to see the map at all. And see how lost I feel without actually having a map to follow. Okay, so we are somewhere. Keep going. Okay, I know where we are. Yeah. This should also be an alcove. Yeah. This will loop back around. We have an alcove here as well. Yeah, and this will lead us back to the entrance. Right, we got a room here to explore. Alright, well this is already feeling so much better. Alright, and that was a little loop at the bottom. Okay, good. Oh, wow, 3 hours. 3 more hours, plus the 2 hours from the previous part, plus the other hour from the first part. 7 or 8 in total, plus, you know, with all this. I would say that's, yeah, 7 or 8 hours in order to create this. But we now have 20 rooms randomly connected. I will be doing a couple more map layouts before the start of the next part. And I'm not actually sure where I want to go from here, but I guess I have a week to figure that out. So yeah, that was RPG Maker Den of Fortune today. Lots of progress was made, even if it didn't feel like it at times. I'm happy with that. Anyway, good night.